How are you? It's Friday. We're on a little bit earlier than we have been this past few days. And so for that, we get to relax just a little bit more and not be so rushed. I can get a little bit more in depth with this reading here, which is cool. And I'm thinking if I don't want to put too much on it right now, but it's a strong thought in my head that I really want to try and go live later tonight after I'm done with work, after I get done with a little personal ceremony. I would love to come on live and do a weekend / week ahead reading. So I think that would be fun. I feel like I'm getting more engagement with the lives, or at least, enough for me to feel satisfied with it. And yeah, we're having fun here. Welcome in. I like to start before I do any card pulling. I like to invite you guys for some breaths in. We're going to take a deep breath from the bottom of your feet to your heart, breathing up and holding and release through the mouth, feeling the breath bringing in a relaxation. We're going to breathe up from the center of the earth to the top of the head. And hold it there. And then release. We're releasing blockages straight up through the crown like a little tiny geyser or fountain or volcano. Okay? All right. And next, we're going to breathe in light from source, from within, without, all around. Okay? Breathing in. Activating every cell in your body. Pulling in all the light like a magnet until you're glowing. And the light is extended past your skin. And then we're going to breathe out. And the light expands in every single direction, dissolving any blockages, okay, any distortions in your field. This is now a space of protection, safety, blessings. Hi. We're calling in our highest selves, the one connected most closely to source, to the most high, to the oneness. My third eye is buzzing, so let's get into it. Let's draw. We're going to start with the same oracle cards we've been working with this week. If you guys are in, I love these decks. I have the Beyond Lemuria and the Mystic Martian Oracle. I have also the Moonology Oracle. So, yeah, if you guys have, I also have a Dark Mirror Oracle, which I love for like shadow work, but we'll talk about that more in a little bit. Let's just focus on the here and now, okay? This space has already been saged, hello, and smudged with Palo Santo, with mugwort, with white sage. So we've already been deep in meditation and prayer. Ooh, that almost came out. Okay, we gotta be focused. Let's get in it. What is our message for today? Almost got it. There it is. You guys, okay. It did this to me earlier. Ooh, 11 and 1. Hello. Okay. I'm going to start with this card, okay? We've got two beautiful cards with this oracle. The moth energy has been coming up to me a lot over the past week. And yeah, it's a very important symbol of transformation and rebirth. And it's connected to death because of like how moths were observed in the times before, like the connections, like they were observed like at people's deathbeds, and it wasn't really understood why they were there and stuff, so there was a lot of fear put on the moth for that. But so this card here is about the root chakra, ground and center. This image speaks of finding home. Ooh, and I have that song Home. Alabama, Arkansas, you know, that one's stuck in my head right now. speaks of finding home within yourself, a sense of deep inner peace, and a strong sense of grounding and being centered. Here, you can fly free from the grips of survival into a place of thriving. There is trust, connection to community, and you can rely on others and joyfully understand your responsibilities in turn. You are held and have strong foundations for all aspects of life. With your guard down, you have the tools to ride the waves if you need. Everything is okay. Yes. And this is like a recurring theme for the week that we are so, like, we are so beloved by the universe, by the creator, that, we are, and, our sense of separation or distance or isolation from it is, it's an illusion. It's a reality in the sense that, like, we really feel like that, but, like, and, there are circumstances that can cause us to feel that way, but it's like, truly we are still in it. We are still always a part of it, and we have the ability to be in that knowing, okay? It's just we have to be able to allow ourselves to come to that space. And part of that too is allowing ourselves to process through the emotions, feelings, experiences that are kind of like causing us to feel further away from it. Hello, people. Hello. It's nice to see people in the chat. Hello. This card here is called Journey to Wholeness. I was just doing Reiki for myself this morning before I came onto the live, and I just like was feeling what was coming up a lot was about friends and community stuff for myself. And so I feel like we probably have common things in common, This is coming up for you guys. It was coming up for me in my meditation and stuff. So this is why I'm talking about it. So when I was like doing the last part of my Reiki, I was just feeling all of these things, these thoughts, the feelings that were coming up for each stage of it. And I brought it all up. I breathed it out. And I saw a really beautiful rainbow energy coming in with it to like help clear it out, transmute it, and also to heal any like raw edges on the inside. Okay, so let's read this card and get into it. So the rainbow energy is healing. It represents the full spectrum of light and existence, okay? Love from a sense of wholeness. We may have concepts of others that are not really who they are, due to subconscious projections or ideals. We could have the idea that we will feel better about ourselves when we achieve a goal or status. This takes us out of the present and puts conditions on love. Hold the vision that you and others are already perfect. Thus, we can heal through the transformative power of acceptance. Acknowledge the full spectrum and bring any fractured parts back to the present moment. Here we are whole and empowered to step into the brightest version of ourselves. Awesome. Awesome. I love that. That's kind of what I was saying. So too, yeah, like everybody's got their own perspective and stuff. Whatever happens between a person and another person or group of people, it's like everybody in that and around it is going to have their own perspective, their own experience around it, And nobody can really change what those were for another person. You can't, maybe, we probably can't even change it for ourselves, but we can change our understanding of it. We can take a step back from our attachment to what our experience is or was, and give space for others to have theirs too, and like reduce our reactiveness to the differences, to the dissonance. Yeah? Yeah, I think that I hope you guys get that. Okay, hello, hello. I'm just drawing oracle cards. We're already 10 minutes in, and I've just drawn from the one deck. We're getting a little bit more relaxed on the live today because I'm not running late. So funny how that works. I'm thinking about coming on live later tonight if I'm not too tired, but we'll see. Because I want to go live tonight so that way there's a fresh video for the weekend. Do some weekend stuff. Okay. We're drawing an oracle card, getting messages from the extraterrestrials, the Mystic Martian Oracle. Coming home to ourselves, becoming whole, integrating what, and detaching from stuff, healing, reclaiming energy. Come on, baby. Hey. Come on. Is this it? Aha. Alchemy. The Philosopher's Stone. It didn't flip out, but it got stuck in my hand. So that's good enough for me. Okay. So alchemy is the process of transmuting heavy metals, dense material, into gold, which, is thought of as like a pure element. It is something that does not rust, it does not decay, corrode, or anything like that, and it has intrinsic value. That's how it's thought of. Gold is also a conductor of energy, heat, electricity. It's used in computer chips and things like that. So it's important for technology, processing, etc., etc. So it has many uses aside from its beauty. It is also beautiful. So turning things from lead to gold, a base metal or material that is a neurotoxin, it's heavy, it's also has its own use, and then transform it to something higher, lighter, etc. Okay. So the great work. The Philosopher's Stone also is something that the alchemists were after. So if only by understanding alchemy at the most fundamental levels could you have the power to synthesize the Philosopher's Stone. And what the Philosopher's Stone did was the material that was used to turn lead into gold. So it would turn pretty lead specifically, but I think any base metal into gold. And yeah, so just like a tiny, tiny sliver of that stone, cooked with the base metal can turn it to gold. So that's the idea of the Philosopher's Stone. Oh, and that theme has been popping up a lot this week, the Midas touch. So anything you touch turning to gold and stuff. So, in the legend of the Midas touch, also there's like, it's kind of a cautionary tale because it's like, you can overdo it, so the Empress energy came up today earlier too. So it's like understanding what your values are so that way you're not putting too much value on superficial matters. Okay? Because that man, King Midas, ended up turning his wife and his child into gold, which didn't do him any good, That's sad. It's really heartbreaking. So making sure you don't get blinded, by what you think should matter. Trust your heart. Don't go by ego. Don't go by external standards. The gold is what is valuable to you. It's your inner light. It's the things that light you up and reflect your light back to you. Okay. Okay. So let's read a little bit more. Magnus Opus. It's the great work, the prima materia, the formless substance of the universe. So working with like those subtle realms of the universe to create magic, to create something sublime. Okay? Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot my nephew's here. Okay, I gotta talk to him in a little bit. Alchemy symbol, squaring the circle. Okay, yes, macro universe. The spirit, trinity, past, present, future, life, death, rebirth, mind, body, soul, ether, spirit, trinity. The material square inside the triangle symbolizes the four elements, four directions, and four seasons. The smallest circle inside the square symbolizes the micro infinite void that links you back into the macro infinite universe. Oh my gosh, you guys, my nephew is here. I'm gonna just draw. So, see, this is what we're talking about here. We don't want to get distracted from the things that are so important. So I'm gonna just hurry up. Now I'm in a rush. We're gonna draw 3 cards for you today, okay? And for those of you catching the live later, it'll be in the night, in the middle of the night maybe. Maybe it'll be some other time on Saturday when you're watching this, or maybe even further out in the future. Who knows? Whenever you're getting these messages, when it's time for you to receive them. 7 shuffles. That was 1. Here's 2. Okay. 3. Okay. 4. Alrighty. 5. Phew. 6. 1 more. We're going to pull a shadow card from the bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands, that magical energy. Passion, creativity. What are you bringing through the folds of existence? Hey! Okay. Queen of Swords. Hell yeah, boss babe energy here. Okay. Amazon warrior energy. Okay. Don't mess with her. Boundaries again, I'm gonna say coming up. Queen of Swords. Okay. Logic, analysis, strength, wisdom, compassion. Two of Wands, choices, planning, needing to be done. So this Queen of Swords energy is like kind of where your energy is at right now, or it's an energy that is contributing to your experience right now. So that could be another person, could be a situation. Two of Wands is advice. So we need to stay focused on what it is that we want. What are the key components here of our experience that we're looking to create, to manifest, to bring in life? What skills do we need to hone? What choices do we need to make? Twos are all about choices. Two of Wands is about where are we going to put our energy? Okay, where are we going to be directing our energy? Okay, it's also a card for manifesting, where it's like, this is where you're just really focusing on the experience that you want to have, and you're putting that out there into the universe through your passion, your desire, and your action, your frequency also. And oh my god, we got the King of Pentacles yesterday! And now it's out here again today. So this is a very positive outcome, I think, for what we're talking about here. We've got 10 of Wands underneath the Ace of Wands. We've got Queen of Wands with the King of Pentacles. Okay, so interesting energies. I think this is long-lasting passion with the fire and earth together. It makes me think of something smoldering. Okay, something that's going to burn low and slow, but again, be like very enduring and creating a lot of warmth and creating long-term potential. So yes, following your passion, following your creativity, using the power of your mind, your intellect, okay, your ability of foresight, all right, following your creative inspiration, okay, and going towards King of Pentacles. Yesterday, I forgot to mention, also, we were talking about this face here being in this portal to the other world, and this is also like ancestor kind of energy too, because on the other side is where our ancestors are. This is that's the lower realms of the tree of life, also. So it's like the bridge between all 3 realms. And again, another trinity, and another triplicate mentioned after we looked at the alchemy card. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm hoping to create another live tonight, and hopefully it will be ready for you guys to view over the weekend. And if I have any time and energy, I will put up some regular videos. I'm not gonna do lives if I do for the weekend, if I after tonight. So yeah, anyway, I gotta go. Bye.